Have you ever wondered why some people in their 70s walk tall and energetic, while others struggle just to get out of a chair? Most assume it's simply age catching up. But what if I told you that what's really stealing their strength is something far more dangerous and far more preventable? I'm talking about a silent condition that robs millions of Americans of their independence every year. As a doctor who has spent decades studying aging and mobility, I've watched too many patients lose not only muscle but confidence, freedom, even the spark that makes life worth living. Here's the truth. After 60, muscle loss doesn't just happen, it accelerates. But the good news is you can stop it. In fact, you can rebuild what's been lost faster than you might believe, starting not at the gym, but in your own kitchen. In the next few minutes, I'll show you 6 simple foods proven to restore leg strength and vitality. One of them, hidden in almost every American fridge, may hold the key to walking confidently for the next 20 years. Because aging isn't the end of strength, it's the beginning of getting it back. It starts quietly. No alarms, no sudden pain, just a subtle shift that sneaks up on you. One morning, you notice climbing the stairs takes a little more effort. The grocery bags feel heavier. Getting out of your favourite chair requires a gentle push from your hands. As a doctor, I've watched this pattern unfold in thousands of patients, and almost every one of them says the same thing: I thought it was just getting older. Here's the truth that most people never hear. After the age of 30, we begin to lose about 3 to 8% of our muscle mass per decade. After 60, that loss doesn't just continue, it accelerates, sometimes doubling. By the time most Americans reach their late 70s, they've lost up to 40% of their lean muscle tissue. And yet, because it happens so gradually, it rarely gets the attention it deserves. This isn't simply about looking weaker. Muscle is the engine that drives everything from balance and blood sugar control to heart function and independence. When that engine weakens, so does everything else. You don't just lose strength, you lose confidence. The stairs you used to run up suddenly look like a mountain. Even a simple walk around the block feels longer than it should. What's worse is that muscle loss doesn't only affect mobility. It can quietly reshape your metabolism's slow circulation and even increase your risk of falls and hospital visits. Studies from Harvard and Johns Hopkins confirm that sarcopenia, age-related muscle decline, is one of the strongest predictors of future disability. Yet it's rarely discussed in regular checkups. That's the bad news. The good news is that this story doesn't have to end in weakness. I've seen men and women in their 70s and 80s completely reverse this trend without harsh workouts, without expensive supplements. The key isn't found in a bottle or a gym membership. It begins with what you eat every single day. Because food isn't just fuel, it's medicine for your muscles. And the first food on our list proves that perfectly. When I ask my patients what gives them energy, most point to coffee, sugar, or energy drinks. But those are short-term sparks that burn out fast. Real energy, the kind that keeps your legs steady and your heart strong, comes from steady fuel. And few foods deliver that better than the humble sweet potato. I call sweet potatoes the premium fuel for aging muscles. Here's why. Most starchy foods release sugar, quickly spiking your blood sugar, then crashing it. That's why, after eating a bagel or a donut, you feel tired a couple of hours later. Sweet potatoes are different. They're packed with complex carbohydrates and fibre that release energy, slowly giving your muscles a smooth, reliable supply of glucose for hours. It's like switching from cheap gas to high-octane fuel in a classic car. You don't just move. You move better and longer. They're also loaded with potassium, about 540 milligrams in a medium potato, which helps your muscles contract and relax properly. Without enough potassium, you're more likely to experience cramps fatigue, or that heavy leg feeling that makes stairs a struggle. I've had patients who simply started eating half a baked sweet potato 3 times a week and reported their legs stopped cramping at night within 2 weeks. Then there's vitamin A, in the form of beta-carotene, giving that vibrant orange colour. Vitamin A plays a quiet but critical role in repairing microscopic muscle tears that happen after daily movement. Think of it as your body's mechanic, constantly patching up small wear and tear before it turns into weakness. And if you've ever dealt with stiffness in your knees or ankles, sweet potatoes may help there too. The antioxidants inside, especially beta-carotene, help fight inflammation, which is like rust building up inside your body. Less rust means smoother movement and fewer painful mornings. You don't need a complicated recipe. Roast them with olive oil, mash them as a side, or dice them into your breakfast omelette. The key is consistency. 2 to 3 servings a week is enough to keep your energy steady and your legs strong. Because energy is the foundation of strength, but endurance is what keeps it alive. And that brings us to the next powerhouse food that builds stamina from the inside out. Every time I mention oats to my patients, I can almost see the skepticism on their faces. Oats. Really, doctor, they say. Yes, really. Because while oats might seem ordinary, they're one of the most underrated foods for muscle endurance and energy stability after 60. Here's the problem. Most people don't realise fatigue isn't always caused by age. More often it's unstable blood sugar. When your blood sugar spikes and crashes, your muscles are starved of the steady fuel they need to stay active. That's when you start feeling that mid-afternoon crash, the heaviness in your legs, the sudden drop in motivation. Oats fix that problem beautifully. The secret lies in a unique type of fibre called beta-glucan. It slows the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream, giving you a steady supply of energy for hours. That's why having a bowl of oatmeal in the morning can carry you through the day without that jittery burst and crash you get from cereal or toast. Your muscles stay fueled, your focus stays sharp, and your energy stays stable. But oats don't just balance your energy, they rebuild your strength from the ground up. They're rich in iron, a mineral your red blood cells use to deliver oxygen to every muscle fibre. Without enough iron, your legs fatigue. Quickly, your recovery slows, and even light walking can feel like climbing a hill. The best part? The iron in oats is gentle on the stomach, making it easy to absorb, especially for older adults. They also provide magnesium, another mineral most Americans don't get enough of. Magnesium helps your muscles contract and relax properly, reducing tension, tightness and restless legs at night. If you've ever woken up with a calf cramp or that strange buzzing feeling in your thighs, magnesium might be what you're missing. And there's a bonus benefit few people know about oats: improved circulation. Better blood flow means more oxygen, more nutrients, and faster removal of waste products like lactic acid. Translation: you recover faster, move easier, and feel lighter on your feet. Try combining oats with cinnamon and berries, two foods that not only enhance flavour, but also amplify anti-inflammatory and antioxidant benefits. It's like giving your muscles breakfast and medicine in the same bowl. So the next time someone tells you breakfast doesn't matter, remind them that endurance begins at sunrise. But energy and endurance are only half of the equation. To keep your legs pain-free and flexible, you'll need a food that calms inflammation deep inside your joints, and that's exactly where we're heading next. If sweet potatoes give your legs fuel and oats keep them going, avocados act like the oil that keeps your engine running smoothly. I've seen patients who thought their knee pain, stiffness or morning soreness were simply signs of aging. But when we dug deeper, inflammation was the real culprit and avocados became part of their solution. Inflammation is like a slow fire burning inside your body. You might not see it, but it's constantly damaging your muscles, joints and blood vessels. You feel it as tightness when you stand, or soreness that lingers after even a light walk. Here's where avocados work their quiet magic. They're rich in monounsaturated fats, the same heart-healthy fats found in olive oil. These fats calm that fire, lowering inflammatory molecules that break down muscle and connective tissue. And while everyone praises bananas for potassium, avocados actually have more, almost 1,000 milligrams per medium fruit. Potassium is critical for muscle contraction, hydration, and steady blood pressure. I once had a 70-year-old patient who replaced her afternoon snack with half an avocado a few times a week. Within a month, her leg cramps vanished, and she told me her walks felt effortless again. Then there's vitamin E, the unsung hero of muscle repair. Vitamin E acts like armour around your muscle cells, protecting them from oxidative stress, the daily wear and tear that accelerates aging. That's one reason people who eat avocados regularly often report less stiffness and faster recovery after activity. But perhaps their most overlooked superpower is how they help your body absorb nutrients from other foods. Vitamins A, D, E and K, all crucial for muscle and bone health, are fat soluble. Without healthy fats like those in avocados, your body can't use them effectively. That means adding avocado to a salad or a smoothie doesn't just taste good, it multiplies the nutritional payoff of everything else you eat. Add slices to your sandwich, mash it on whole grain toast or blend it into a creamy smoothie. Just a few servings a week can noticeably improve how your body moves and feels, because once inflammation cools down, your body's natural strength wakes back up, and that brings us to the next food that protects not only your muscles but also your circulation and recovery from within. When I tell people that berries can rebuild strength, they usually smile politely until they see the science. Beneath that sweet flavour and vibrant colour is a biochemical army fighting the invisible enemies that age your muscles. Every step you take, every movement you make, your muscles face damage from free radicals, unstable molecules that chip away at your cells like tiny sparks burning through wire. Over time, those sparks cause stiffness, slower recovery and fatigue. Berries are nature's way of putting out that fire. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, each one loaded with antioxidants, especially compounds called anthocyanins. These give berries their deep red and purple colours and have been shown in Harvard and Tufts studies to reduce muscle inflammation by up to 40% in older adults. The result? Less soreness after movement, faster recovery, and a renewed feeling of lightness when you walk. They're also rich in vitamin C, which your body uses to make collagen, the protein that holds your muscles, joints, and tendons together. Without collagen, your body loses its internal elastic bands, and even small activities start to strain your legs. A cup of mixed berries can help your body rebuild that structure from the inside out, but the benefits go beyond the body. The same antioxidants that protect your muscles also protect your brain. Studies from the National Institute on Aging found that seniors who ate berries several times a week had sharper memory, quicker reaction time, and better balance. That's because muscle control begins in the brain. When your mind stays clear, your legs respond faster and more accurately. Fresh berries are great, but frozen ones are just as powerful, and often even fresher since they're frozen at peak ripeness. Toss them in oatmeal, blend them into yogurt, or eat them plain as a midday pick-me-up. If you want a quick tip, try pairing them with oats or Greek yogurt for the ultimate recovery snack. It's like a mini reset button for your body after every day of movement. Because while berries protect your muscles from the inside, the next food doesn't just defend, it actively rebuilds, and it comes straight from the sea. If berries are the body's natural shield, then salmon is the architect of the food that rebuilds what time has quietly taken away. I've seen men and women in their 70s regain muscle tone and strength simply by adding salmon to their diet twice a week. And no, it's not magic, it's science. Every time you move, your muscles develop microscopic tears. When you're young, your body repairs those tears, easily rebuilding stronger fibers in the process. But after 60, that repair system slows down. Without enough of the right nutrients, those small tears stay torn, leaving muscles weaker and thinner over time. Salmon reverses that process by giving your body exactly what it needs to rebuild high-quality protein and omega-3 fatty acids. A serving of salmon, about 4 ounces, delivers roughly 25 grams of complete protein, containing all the essential amino acids your body can't make on its own. But the real magic lies in the omega-3s, specifically EPA and DHA. Research from Harvard Medical School and the Journal of Clinical Nutrition shows these fatty acids trigger muscle protein synthesis, your body's natural muscle building process. They reduce inflammation around muscle fibers and improve the way your cells use amino acids for repair. Omega-3s also strengthen your circulation system, keeping your arteries flexible and blood flowing freely to your legs. Better circulation means more oxygen and nutrients reach your muscle tissue, giving you endurance and faster recovery after movement. In a 2023 study of 340 seniors, those who ate salmon twice weekly improved leg strength by 34% and cut their risk of falls nearly in half. And salmon doesn't stop at protein and fats, it's also rich in vitamin D and vitamin B12. Vitamin D keeps your muscles coordinated and your balance stable, while B12 keeps your nerves firing properly so that your brain and body stay in sync. Without enough B12, even strong muscles can feel clumsy or slow to respond. The best part is how simple it is to enjoy. You can bake it with olive oil and lemon grill it, or even use canned salmon for sandwiches or salads. Just 2 or 3 servings a week can completely transform how you move and feel. Because once you start rebuilding from the inside, strength isn't something you chase, it becomes your new normal. And that brings us to the final food, the one so simple and familiar, you probably have it in your fridge right now, but most people eat it wrong. If salmon rebuilds your muscles from the sea eggs, do it right from your kitchen. They're one of nature's most complete, affordable, and overlooked sources of strength, and yet almost everyone eats them the wrong way. I've had countless patients tell me they eat only the whites because they've been warned about cholesterol. But when it comes to rebuilding muscle after 60, skipping the yolk is like throwing away the most powerful part of the engine. Here's why a single large egg contains about 6 grams of high-quality protein, and when you eat the yolk, you get the full balance of amino acids your body needs to repair and grow muscle tissue. It's what scientists call a complete protein, and it's the gold standard that every other protein source is measured against. But the benefits go far beyond that. The yolk is packed with vitamin D, choline, and antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin. Vitamin D helps your body activate muscle fibers and maintain balance. Choline strengthens the connection between your brain and your muscles so your body reacts faster when you move. Those antioxidants, often associated with eye health, actually protect your muscle cells from oxidative stress, keeping them strong and responsive. Eggs also provide healthy fats that reduce inflammation and help regulate hormones, especially testosterone and growth hormone, both essential for maintaining lean mass as you age. In fact, a 2022 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who ate whole eggs consistently built more muscle than those who consumed egg whites alone, even with identical protein levels. So how should you eat them? Simple, whole and varied. Scramble them with vegetables, boil them for an easy snack, or poach them for breakfast on whole grain toast. Just 1 or 2 eggs a day can make a measurable difference in your strength within weeks. The key isn't in fancy powders or complicated routines, it's in real whole food that your body recognizes, absorbs and uses naturally. Combine these 6 foods, sweet potatoes, oats, avocados, berries, salmon and eggs, and you have a complete muscle restoration system built entirely from your kitchen. Because strength doesn't come from supplements. It comes from choices you make 3 times a day, 1 meal at a time. I've spent decades studying how nutrition shapes aging, and one truth stands above all: your body doesn't need complexity, it needs consistency. These 6 foods aren't random. Each one supports a specific part of your body's muscle system, and together they create what I call the strength cycle. Sweet potatoes power your energy, oats stabilize it, avocados protect your joints, berries repair your tissues, salmon rebuilds your fibers. Eggs seal the deal with the raw materials your body needs to stay strong. Here's how it works in practice. Think of your body as a construction site. Sweet potatoes deliver the fuel for the workers. Oats bring in steady supplies so they don't stop mid-task. Avocados keep the tools oiled so nothing grinds to a halt. Berries act as the cleaning crew, clearing out waste and damage. Salmon sends in fresh building materials, and eggs make sure everything binds together into solid structure. That's how you rebuild muscle, not overnight, but steadily, meal by meal. If you've ever felt like your body just doesn't bounce back like it used to, that's not age, it's a nutrient gap. The average American diet is overloaded with refined carbs, processed oils, and missing the key minerals that keep the muscle engine running. By replacing even 1 or 2 of your daily foods with these powerhouses, you start closing that gap almost immediately. And the benefits go far beyond strength. Within 2 to 3 weeks, many of my patients report better balance, deeper sleep, sharper focus, and a newfound sense of confidence when moving. That's because stronger muscles mean stronger circulation, steadier blood sugar, and healthier hormone rhythm, all connected. When your muscles thrive, everything else follows. You don't have to change your life overnight. Start small, swap your morning toast for oatmeal with berries. Add salmon for dinner once a week. Scramble eggs with avocado for breakfast. These little habits compound over time. The science is clear: consistent nutrition plus light movement, like brisk walking or chair squats, can reverse years of muscle decline in just months. Because the real goal isn't just to add years to your life, it's to add life to your years. And when you combine these foods with steady, mindful movement, that's exactly what happens. So let's bring it all together. The foods we talked about today: sweet potatoes, oats, avocados, berries, salmon, and eggs aren't just groceries. They're building blocks of independence, confidence, and vitality. Every bite you take sends a message to your body that says, I'm not giving up, I'm rebuilding. Muscle loss may be common after 60, but it's not inevitable. You have the power to turn it around. 1 meal, 1 choice, 1 day at a time. I've seen it happen over and over again. Stronger legs mean more freedom to walk without fear, to travel, to play with your grandkids, to live fully on your own terms. That's what real health is about. If this message spoke to you, don't just close the video, take action. Save it to your health playlist so you can revisit these tips when you plan your meals. Hit the like button so more people your age can discover this life-changing information. And if you haven't yet, subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because each week I share new evidence-based ways to protect your strength, your heart, and your independence. Because staying strong isn't about age, it's about how you care for yourself starting today.